Hi everybody, I'm not sure it's working here. What's going on? I'm not seeing my stuff on camera. Hold on a second. Checking. Giving it a moment or two. There we go. Okay, I see it on there. Hang on, I'm going to pull up another place that I can watch it. That helps me. See, that's on live. Okay, hang on. I'll be right there. Right there. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Let's see who is here. All right. It's live. There we are. Okay. All right. So, hi. Welcome. I got to mute my phone here. Otherwise, it's going to talk to me. And I can't. There's too many voices in my head already. I can't have anybody else talking to me. So, yeah. Welcome. This is my going out of business sale, part 1. And I just have a lot of stuff that I need to send on its way because it's not anything that I'm using anymore at this time and going forward. So I'm just going to see, we don't have any viewers yet. So, all right. Yeah, okay. So here's the plan. Here is how this works. I'm going to switch the camera view and I'm going to show it to you. And I'm going to keep going for a little bit, and if nobody shows up, then I'm going to stop, and we'll try again next week. It'll be what it'll be. I will tell you just a little bit. Oh, it looks like we got a couple people here. Hi, guys. Welcome. I will tell you just a little bit how, here's the plan of how that works. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Hang on. I need table with the headshot. There we go. Okay. All right. So what I will be doing is I'll be taking an item and putting it here and showing it to you, right? And this is my pattern, Lamplight Scraps, and you can see the price on it there. It is $7.20, and I have a template here and then the first person who wants it, I'll send that template with it as well. It's the right size, but it's not the template I ended up using, so it's kind of an off thing. I'll just throw that in there because I don't want it. I don't need it. But anyways, so what you would do is you would comment. You say, hey, it's a me. I want Lamplight Scraps, 1 pattern for me. And then I will say, oh, all right, Miss Beverly. I don't know who Beverly is, but I'm saying Beverly. I'm going to put a basket with your name on it, and I'm going to put that stuff in there. Anything else you want, I will continue to put in the basket right there. And then we'll go throughout the whole thing. For while supplies last, I have some sample items, and one of them is a series of tape measures. I got a bunch like to give away. So these little handy tape measure doohickeys. And then Schmidt sends me a whole bunch. So I have way more of these books than I can possibly read, people. So I will be including these in the package when they send out. So that would go in the stuff for Beverly just right away. And that's going to be, like I said, until I absolutely run out of it. You guys chime in. I see we have some viewers. Chime in. Let me know where you're from. Say howdy in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. But I'm just going to get started here with the very first one. This is the Creative Color Wheel. Here we go. There we go. All right, I'm sorry, my screen's a little wonky. It's been a minute since I've done this. I'll go forward a little bit more so you're only seeing that. Okay, all right. So this is my Creative Color Wheel. I've carried this in my shop for a long, long time. I love it. It's my absolute favorite. It's color wheel. It helps you with all the gradations of color. It gives you rules about color theory, color schemes that you can do. It gives you guides, and it's enough information to take. It's the quilter's secret weapon. That is my thought. Oh, hello, Nicole from Utah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. So this, I consider this a quilter's secret weapon. Even having worked in a shop, when you would come in and say, hey, I need the colors for this. I can't figure out what to do. They love this color and I want them to find something to work with it. This color wheel is a secret weapon. It's enough information to help you get going and be able to put a lot of things together. And like I said, the information is included on here, and these are $12. I think the price has gone up since then, since I got these. That's another thing today. Keep in mind, all of these prices are old prices. They are pre-inflation, pre-tariff, pre-everything like that, because I don't want to have to put them all over there again. So yeah, so that would be the first thing. If you're interested, I'm going to put that in a box here. Set out to the side. That is the Creative Color Wheel. It's my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. Okay, next pattern we have. This is one of mine. Is curves. I'm discontinuing all the curve piecing stuff. And hey, Miss Utah, Miss Nicole from Utah, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in here like this. I really appreciate it. And if you guys know, if you know any quilters who might be interested in this, tag them or share the video with them. I'll be doing this again next week with everything else that I have left. So tag them, send them their way. All right, I say this about all my patterns. They are not simply cut and sew. It's like I'm over the shoulder and I'm teaching you. I give you all kinds of information and tips and tricks, everything that I found to make the project successful. Answering all my questions that I had along the way when I came up with it. So it's kind of like a lesson. It's there with me, you and me, and we're having a lesson together. And we go through this stuff. So that's what my curve piecing patterns are about. But they also I teach you how to do all the curve piecing without any pins. And so that is amazing. If you've had to do 10,000 pins because you're setting in a shoulder or something, shoulder sleeve. No, you don't have to do that. I teach you how to do this without pins. So there is that. I have a couple of the templates for it. Like I said, this one, first one who orders this will get that for free. That's just a perkiness because it doesn't exactly match. And then I have one set of the genuine templates in here, although I peeled some of the backing off. But I have one set of them, 1619. That goes with, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 1619 goes with the 720 pattern. That's a deal, a steal. And so I'm going to move these off of here so I have more room. And I'm going to stand these up so I can go back to front if anybody's interested. Okay. Oh, it didn't fall over. Phew. All right. The next I have, this is the book that I used to teach all of the quilting. When I would teach a class, I go to a guild, teach us curve piecing. All right, we're going to use the Dangerous Curves book here. I'm going to open it up for you. So I teach you how to make all of the classic curve piecing blocks. We have Winding Ways, Rob Peter to Pay Paul, and Drunkard's Path. And again, I teach you all how to do it all without pins. I even had a page of corrections in there. Don't worry, you have the correct page. I fixed it. But that's the best I could do there. And again, I teach you how to do it, looking at it so you know how it should look, how it will work, how that all goes together. So this makes a runner, but it also teaches you how to do each of those blocks for any kind of any project that you want to make with the curve piecing. All right. Oh, do I see any more comments? Okay. I do not. Huh? Okay. All right. I guess it disappeared. No worries. So that's Dangerous Curves Piecing. And to, oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot to mention. I need to pull this up here real quick. Hang on. All right. Here at the bottom is my sales info. So the way it works is this. You comment in there what you want. Jenny, I want that one. Okay, you got it. I see you that come up and I'll put it in a basket for you. And then you send me an email, and the scroll along the bottom here is showing you what that is. You send me an email to shop@jennykquilts.com. Don't worry, it'll come back again. Include your name, your shipping address, and the items that you want. I send you an invoice. You have 24 hours to pay that invoice. And when you do, I will send it off to you. And if not, I go to the next person in line, whoever was the next one that wanted it. Oh, yes, and including your phone number. That's good. Include your phone number. And, yeah, so we'll just keep going with that. If you have questions on that bit, let me know. And Nicole from Utah, if you are still here, or whoever is here right now, if there's a particular thing you want to see, I can jump to that and bring it up to you just in case you want to know. This is another one of my Dangerous Curves series. This is Bumpy Road. It is made with... It was made with ombre fabrics. And this is just an example of the kind of like little tips and everything that I like to throw in there. It was made with a stack of Fat Quarters ombre fabrics. And you see how we have the different gradations of the colors. What I did is I cut all the L shapes from the darker part and then all the little pie shapes from the lighter part, and that way I could mix and match them. And I give you different setting examples, different setting ideas that you could try. But this teaches you how to do Drunkard's Path, again, without pins. I do have one package of the templates, the original templates left, and that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got left. So, okay. That's the original templates. They have had the backing removed, but that's all. They are complete like that. So I have those available. So again, that's Bumpy Road. Oh, I'm sorry. Bumpy Road here is $7.20. And the templates here are $8.49. They're both 40% off. So, all right. Oh, it looks like I have another set of the templates as well. Okay. This one was a super fan favorite. A lot of people really liked this one. This is Flowers in the Window. And it's kind of really a color course in doing watercoloring type of stuff, so that you can blend colors and see how they go together. I go into a lot of detail in this one, but it's a fun wall hanging that's a really good color experiment. That is Flowers in the Window, $12. This next one that I have here is called Gecko Chase, and this was so fun to do. This was so fun to invent and do. And actually, last guild presentation that I did, I sold a lot of these. A lot of these went, and I was very pleased about that. But it's a beautiful way, shows you how to put different colors together. This really is something a beginner could do. To be fairly new, you could do this, because again, I give you every single detail, right? What's the little part that you have to trim off? Where do you have to cut it there? How do you get them to go together in the opposite ways and switch them around? And how do you get it so that at the end you have the things that you need and they're going in the right directions? It was tricky. It was a tricky bit. But that is Gecko Chase. And it's a fun one. It's a great scrappy one. If there's a set of fabrics that you want to use with that, it's a nice scrappy choice. All right. The last of my pattern that I have is Wonky Donkey. And Wonky Donkey is done with plush fabric. So like let's see, one company calls it Minky, but think about plush. Those fabrics that you go buy in the shop and you're like, oh, this feels so nice. That's what this is. And so I teach you how to do some of the things with that. Oh, I put a paper. Oh, yep. All right. There's the corrections in there. But there you go. And it teaches you how to do it. It's a great beginner way. It's a log cabin block. So it's essentially perfect for a beginner to learn how to use plush fabrics. So that is all for that part. I'm going to start with books. I think that's next. Although if somebody has a request of things that they'd like to see, I can certainly switch to that. If you saw the previews, I don't know if you did, but there we go. All right, I'm going to grab some books here. Okay. I have a big box of books and some magazines. All books are half price of the marked price. If there's a no marked price, I'm doing $7.53, right? Just keeping it really simple. This is Make Your Own Quilt Designs, AQS Publishing. The marked price, is $21.99. Hang on, I'm going to need to get a calendar here. A calculator. Hold on a second. I'll be right there. Number 2. We're just going to call this 10. And I'm going to put a little sticker on here that says this is 10. So if you're interested in this one, use the initials MYO. You could do quilting dining pattern, but that's close enough for me to know what it is. And hang on, right on here, it's going to be $10. Oh, goodness. There we go. And I will put that on the back here. So if you're interested in that one, let me know. Okay, next up. And some of these have really great stories. Really great stories. Oh, yes. This one was a secondhand, Arapahoe County Quilters. But this is doing those fantastic mirrored images and stuff, which are a lot of fun. A lot of fun in the applique there. This was originally $26.95. We're going to say it is $13, but it is dual image applique. $13 dual image applique. There you go. All right. Next. Fusing Fun, Fast, Fearless Art Quilts by Laura Wasilowski. She is awesome. She's very, very good. But this is just a little bit about her quilt stuff and her quilt style and how she fuses things together, used on a theme. It's a great exploration of art quilting using fusible stuff. And that is $24.95, so I'm going to say that is $12. From C&T Publishing, Fusing Fun. This one was a lot of fun too. I love art quilts. Oh, hang on. I am going to put my hair in a ponytail because it is getting all in the way today. All right. Artful Log Cabin Quilts. So this one is a lot of fun. Again, it's venturing in towards the art stuff, but she gives you a lot of interesting lessons, varying with widths, the different things you can do to create the thing that you want. So like taking a picture. Oh, there we go. Taking a picture and showing that. It's just a fascinating way to do it. So she has a lot of interesting information there. That is $26. $13 is the price. So that is Log Cabin Art Quilts. You could just Artful Log Cabins. You can tell me that, and then I will put it in a basket for you. So if you're tuning in and you're late, or you're catching up and this is not the day of, we can still do this. Go ahead and put your information. I will be checking it all week, okay, until we do the next event. Color Essentials, Crisp and Vibrant Quilts. Color Essentials. So this is a deep dig into color from a more modern perspective. I think that's, yeah, kind of where she goes, a little bit more modern. And she uses a lot of solids, which is awesome. Yeah. So here, different colors, different arrangements. Oh, that's kind of fun. I can see why I bought the book. Ad is $24, so we're just going to make that $12. So if you're interested, the essential reference for quilting with color, a whole bunch of solids, that's $12, Color Essentials. This one is a classic. This, you guys, we're going back to the 80s with this one. It's definitely the 80s, and I can see, I've seen some of these fabrics. I'll tell you what, I certainly have. But it is still, regardless of the age, there is still a lot of good information. And I think it's so valuable to go back and see how they used to do it, and then you can adjust to see how you do it now, how you might, the changes that you might make. So there's a lot of exercises and a lot of good information there. And it was originally 19, so this one, hardcover, is $10. And again, it is $10. Color idea, creative ideas for color and fabric. You picking out a theme here? There was a theme here. This is Becky Goldsmith's The Quilter's Practical Guide to Color with Skill Building Projects. Lots of different things you can do. Again, this is more modern quilting, and I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. Fantastic colors here. Looks very cafey. Maybe, maybe not. But she gives you a lot of different ideas, a lot of ways to study. If you want to dig in to color, this is going to be good stuff. It is $29. So the price on this one is $15. The Quilter's Practical Guide to to color. $15 right there. Okay. Another color book, Color Magic for Quilters. Again, there's kind of a theme. So this one is a little bit, this one is back a little bit, probably late 90s time frame, but still valuable information and chances to work on it, to play with different colors. I love this because she gives you like the same block with lots of different things in it, and then throwing accents and doing different things. I think that is so valuable to help you see and understand how color works. So that is this fantastic book, Color Magic for Quilters. And oh, look, it's $6. It's going to stay $6. That's what it's going to be. $6 for this fella. All right. The Savvy Crafter's Guide to Success. Secret Guide to Success. All right. Turn your crafts into careers. And I would say probably had I really dug into this book, I might not be having my closing sale. I'm just saying. This will give you a business perspective on the whole thing. But there we go. And that is, the price was $19, so this is $10. There we go. $10, The Savvy Crafter's Guide to Success. Okay. This one is pretty hilarious. Living the Life of a Fabricaholic with Sari Gervais. And it's just kind of a funny, if you have a quilter that you love and you want a little gift book, this is fantastic. Lots of fun little stories in here. It's a really cute one. So I'm just going to go $3 for that one. Cute little gift you could give somebody. $3. Living the Life of a Fabricaholic. All right, here we go. Ready? I don't know if you can find this one much anymore. Tula Pink's 100 Modern Blocks City Sampler. And in this, the amazing Tula Pink gives you one block. I've had friends that did just one block a day. They worked their way through this one, and I think that's a great way to learn. It's a great way to grow and experiment and play. I love being able to do stuff like that. So there is her book, and it was $27.99, so 28 by 2, $14. $14 for the Tula Pink City Sampler book. There we go. 100 Modern Blocks City Sampler. Aha! Laura's Little Book of Collage. This is Laura Heine's collage book. I know you guys have seen her fantastic stuff. This is a little bit older. But let's see. Yeah. So she has her little tips in here and her stuff. There's different things that she's made. I know quilters, you have seen this around. You have seen this in the art quilt type of arena. But here is her book that shows you how to do it. This was $22. I'm only going to do 10. Because it is a smaller book. But it's Laura's Little Book of Collage. 2nd edition. There you go. All right. Okay. For quilters. See how we're doing on time. Oh, we're not doing too bad. For Color for Quilters, Secrets of Color Success in Quilt Making. Again, this was mid-90s, but I do like the format of this because you can have it right there, right? You don't have to necessarily dig out the whole book, and she goes through a lot of things in here. It's a nice handy guide. It's a nice little handy guide. So that is Color for Quilters, and I don't see a price. So oh, and see it has a little thing there so you can stand it up. Yeah, and then you can have it right there next to you and flip it and look at the things. So I'm going to say $5 here. There is no price. So that's what it's going to be now. Ta-da. Put that on the back. That is Color for Quilters, the little wheelie book. All right. Okay. Aha. All right. Here's a good one. Retreats. Oh, there's a spider in there. Pay no attention to the spider. Retreats for fun and profit. I'm going to see. Okay. Retreats for fun and... Oh, another spider. How embarrassing. All right. Retreats for Fun by Terry Sontra. And she's great. I've met her. I know her. I've seen her presentations at Quilt Market. And it's very good. Talking about hosting a retreat, doing it and having it be a fun quilter's retreat. She has tons of ideas in here. Lots of information. She is a pro. So I don't see a price on this one. So I'm going to make it $7. If you're interested in hosting a retreat, even if it's not quilting, if it's for other stuff, hey, this would be a good resource. Good resource for you. Okay. Now, all right, I'm going to pull something out. And you guys, be sure to pipe in. If you have any questions, if you want to see something twice or see it again, let me know. Okay, this is Sally Collins Mastering Precision Piecing. 7 Spectacular Quilts for Success. And look at that. Huh, I got the DVD. Yes, it is the DVD. Okay, she has lots of great tips in here. I have to tell you, I found it really informative on the things that I dug into. She really has some good tips for just staying like exactly where you want it to be as accurate and precise as possible. And you have to decide, do I care about being really accurate and precise? And if you do, you cannot go wrong with this book. You cannot go wrong with this book. So these two together, this is $9.95, and that's $29. So that'd be 15 plus 10. But we are running out of DVDs. I'm going to do both of these for $20, and that's for this set. Okay? So that is Sally Collins Mastering Precision Piecing. It is a book and a DVD set. And actually, I have to embarrass to say, I have not even watched the DVD. Again, my skills might be better had I watched them, but I didn't. So there we go. Those are together in the box. Okay, I have a couple magazines. I have some magazines, and we're going to do $5 a piece for the magazines. They are new, they are beautiful, and somewhere, I'm in each of these, somewhere, I'm not sure exactly where. So you have my stuff, and I'll sign it if you want to. It's, you know. Here, there we go. This is the Wonky Donkey one. This was the very first video that I ever did, and they incorporated a lot of my ideas about how to deal with plush. I had different ideas than that, but anyways, there it is, Wonky Donkey. It's a hoot, they called it, because I used the little hooty owls when I did it. But that is the one for this one, and so that one is, let's see what it was, 2014. Yeah, I'm gonna say that is what do I think? Gosh, I think yeah, I think $5 for the magazines. Okay, so that, I better tell you the name. Easy Quilts, Winter 2023. So that's what that one was. Then here we have Quick and Easy Quilts from, Fawns and Porter stuff. I know I'm in here too somewhere. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. Man. There are some really fun ones in here. Learning to do, those type, the pixelated quilts. That's fun. All right, I know I'm in here. There we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I totally forgot this one was in here. That's where it is. All right. This is a Speedy Log Cabin. And here I did a jelly roll. That's all it is here. But it was using cherry wood fabrics, and I loved it. I think it goes with my theory. It reinforces my theory that lime green is a neutral. That's me. And again, that'll be that's just $5. For the magazine. That's Quick and Easy Quilts, Winter, I'm sorry, August, September 2021. That would be $5 on there. Set that aside. All right, there's 2 copies of this one. I have a block in here. It's when, which company was this? What the heck? Quiltmaker. Quiltmaker magazine would do would do these whole things, and I know I had one in here, but I don't know. I didn't want to go through 100 and find it. But they would take submissions from everybody and then decide which ones they wanted to put in to make the magazine. But I will tell you this. You see that on the back? Ha ha ha. I actually helped with this one. They had a whole series. It may still be the big block of the month. That series may still be on YouTube if you look it up. Might be there, might not. I'm not sure. Anyways, I know I had one in here, but I can't find it. See, I didn't want to look through them all. But both of these, each one would be $5. But it's good to have all those little patterns, all those little ideas. Put the price on there. So those are both of those. Okay. And like I said, I know I have it. I will go through and I'll find the page where I was on it. All right. Okay. All right. Give me a vote. Do we want more? Do we want more books? Because I have a whole other box. I'm just gonna dig into more books. We'll do more books. Okay. See, I told you. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, actually, I can't do that one. I can't do that one. Okay, sorry about that. I put it in the box. I didn't think. All right. This is a booklet on straight line quilting. You'll see through these as you go through a lot of these. I struggle with quilting immensely, doing the actual quilting stuff, and so looked into straight line things, and that was great. And this is also autographed by the author, Melody Crust. And so that's a good one if you want to learn the straight line stuff. And that is $10. There you go. The next one is fascinating. Again, you can see why I love these books. I bought them for a particular reason, but it is time to move on. This book is called Folded Flowers, Fabric Origami with a Twist of Silk Ribbon. Isn't that a fascinating idea? This is very Japanese in its style, and its intricacy and the colorways and the arrangements, but it is fascinating. And if you are at all interested in the folded flowers, this is the OG. This is the top-notch one. Definitely go for that one, all the folded flower stuff. This is, and that is $15. Price on that one. And again, that's folded flowers. Okay. This is Shape by Shape collection number 2 by Angela Walters. Oh, we love her. She is so awesome. She just has a gift for teaching this and for doing these things and putting all the different variations in, doing all that stuff. She's just wonderful at it. So that's 25. I'm going to say 24. That is going to be $12. Yeah, if you follow Angela Walters, you know, she's got tons of stuff on YouTube, tons of things. And there we go. Angela, one more time. Angela Walters, Shape by Shape, Collection 2. I'll know from that one. And then, oh, look at this one. Another one by Angela Walters. Free Motion Quilting with Angela Walters. Choose and use quilting designs for modern quilts. Again, it's for the little more modern aesthetic. So many amazing good ideas. So many good ideas here. Oh, I'll take my paper clip out. That was apparently one I was trying at some point. Taking that out there. Yeah, so there you go. And that is, let's see, that is going to be $11. Angela Walters, Free Motion Quilting. Flowers. Here we go. This is Natalie Bonner's Beginner's Guide to Free Motion Quilting. Again, see it. You can tell the things I worked on, the things I struggled with, the things I wanted to learn more about. And this is definitely quilting. She has some fantastic ideas. Again, it's more the modern aesthetic, but that doesn't matter. You could use it with whatever. The skills she teaches you in here, you can build on them and keep going and do them in other places. So there's lots of good information in here. And that, let's see, that is going to be $12. And let me know, guys, pipe in if you have any questions. Like I said, if you're watching this after the fact, please let me know. If nobody else has snagged one, hey, it's fair game. This was one of the very first ones that I got when I was learning how to quilt. I actually quilted by going to the library a lot. And I know that sounds weird, but I just spent a lot of time learning because I didn't have a lot of time to be at the machine. So I was learning lots of stuff, and this was a great book. It's a little older. It's a Rodeo one, but Easy Machine Quilting it's called, and she has lots of projects in here for you. Things that you can try. Things that you can experiment with, try to make. They're fascinating. Look at that, aquatic, and it looks like it's waving and stuff like that. And there's lots of different things you can do. Oh, practicing trapunto. Oh, I never did get trapunto. But she goes over lots of different quilting in individual lessons and helps take you step by step. And so it is a wonderful resource for learning how to quilt. And it is $28. That's going to be $14. It's hardcover. It's a great book, a great quality resource. Next, in quilting, free motion quilting made easy. Again, you guys can see I had a theme here, right? She just has a lot of different designs. I love her. She has a very mix and match approach, right? So you get your basic square, and then you could do this, and you could do that, and you could do the other thing. And I think that is really clever. It's a good way to do it. And she teaches different ways to mark it, different ways to deal with it, different exercises. It's really good. It's not the long arm style. It's just the regular free motion style. So that is... 13. It is $13. Okay. Get to the right spot. Aha. Leah Day. Leah Day did 365. You probably, I know you've seen her on YouTube. Just go check her out. She did 365 free motion quilt designs, and I had aspirations of trying to do one a day. I did not get far, but I did come here often for inspiration. How would I do this? How would I like it? What did I think? That one is fast. The bamboo, that's fascinating. I love that. But she has lots of different things that you could try. That is a great goal to do one of these and go through it and try it each and every time. Fantastic goal. And I don't see the price on here, so I am going to say... It's not any of those prices. All right, I'm going to say that's 15. It's probably a $29 book. $15 now. This was kind of a divide and conquer approach. Quilting wide open spaces. I love how she did this. Judy Madsen. There is a CD inside, y'all. I don't even know if the CD is still there. Yay! But I'm not sure what use the CD would be to you at this point. But there is definitely a lot of information, and she talks like how to cover different spaces and kind of a divide and conquer approach to it. And so I appreciated that one. I appreciated that. Again, all the different people, they're going to have different tips, different techniques, different ideas to do it. So that is 26. That is going to be $13. Okay. easy. Oh, wait, did I already do this? Did I already do this? I didn't. I didn't. This was actually one of the very first quilts. Did I do this already? Hang on. I did not. Ha ha ha. Easy Machine Quilting. This is another Rodeo book, which I did. Easy Machine Quilting. All right, now this is just embarrassing. I didn't realize I had, I didn't realize I had a hardcover and the other one. I don't know what I was thinking, but these, again, okay, these book have, apparently I really like this. They have a lot of good ideas, and since this is not hardcover, this version is just going to be 10. That is hilarious. Oh, even when I pulled them out, I had no idea. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, see? True quilter here. True quilter. This one is Crazy Curves Continues by Elisa's Back Porch. Elisa Wilson. There we go. She also teaches you how to do the curve piecing. And these are all, I believe it's all Drunkard's Path in here. Maybe. But also without having to use pins. My method, I kind of took a little bit of hers and a little bit from somebody else. But this is a great way to practice, a great way to get your hands on stuff and work on that curve piecing. And this is going to be $12. Crazy Curves Continues is the name of that one. Oh, sorry, price on. Crazy Curves Continues. I can't believe I had two of the same one. Anybody else ever done that? That's just hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, now we're going to get more into piecing. Okay. All right. Blocks, Borders, Quilts. This is a particular book. This book's focus is mix and match workbook. It's designed to do borders on your quilt. Instead of just the regular sashing, this ups your game. This gives you a lot of different info. Okay. And also lots of different blocks to try and how to position them and where to put it. So if you want to, oh, well, that's interesting. If you want to up your border game, this is a great book. This is a wonderful resource to be able to have to do that. And let's see. So it's 28. Hang on. It's 28. Yeah, 28. So this would be 16, but I think I'm just going to do it at 15. I think that sounds reasonable. But again, a great resource if you want to do borders. It really jazz up your borders. Or look at this, lots of medallion quilting. This is a great resource. You cannot go wrong with that one. Lots of info there. Okay. Oh, oldie but a goodie. Marty Michelle. She's so awesome. I love Marty Michelle. Okay, just as a little side story here. I went to Quilt Market and I took a class with her, and it was the last class of the day. There was no air conditioning in the room. We were hot, we were tired, we were hungry, we all wanted to quit. She just had the best attitude and was so kind and sweet. It just made such an impression on me as a teacher. What kind of teacher do I want to be? So yeah, this quilt, this book, it's older. It definitely is. But advantage is that it teaches you the ways that they did it then. And then you can incorporate those into what you need. You can see, oh, this worked then, that doesn't work now, or whatever. So let's see, this is from 92. So this is 92. But Marty Michelle, so good. She's always good. She's always good. Her stuff is always wonderful. But yeah, here's some good things. Good stuff. Oh, isn't that fascinating? Well, look at that with all the hexagons around it. That is really interesting. She's just great. She's great with a resource, lots of information, very creative and very inspirational. So that's Marty Michelle, and I'm gonna go $7 there. It's a hardcover. It's a great addition. Some of these I just got as inspiration, eye candy, right? You look at it and you say, oh man, I like that. But that's Marty Michelle. Next up. All right. Oh, look at this one. This is English paper piecing, and that's the code KBE, and it's $5. I'd already marked it. It has lots of different methods, designs that you can do with English paper piecing, and different ideas with the different shapes. So absolutely give this a try. Take a look. If you're into English paper piecing. I got it. I tried it. I'm kind of a process quilter. I'll get it. I'll try it. All right, I know how to do it, and I want to move on. I'm not sure that I want to do that with everything. Oh, let's see. Sarah, yay! From Northern Colorado traveling, so can't watch the whole thing, but hopped on the way waiting for our cookies at a pit stop. Are you at Buc-ee's? Sarah, are you at Buc-ee's? I bet you are. I bet I know exactly where you are. Yay. Okay, oh, we're going to do this one. This is Start Quilting with Alex Anderson, the great Alex Anderson, the OG of Alex Anderson. You know, I had a memory come up today that that like a year and a few months. Yeah, it's been a half. February, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, a year and a half ago, I was actually filming with Alex Anderson and Ricky Timms. I was wearing the same shirt too, huh? So, anyways, yeah, it's just a good memory. But, again, she can teach you how to quilt. If you want to learn to quilt, if you know somebody, oh, teach me how to quilt. You say, hey, there you go. There you go. This is a wonderful place to start. And she also teaches hand quilting as well. So this was $14. I'm just going to, $9.15, hang on, it is going to be $7 right there. Make your first quilt a success. She has lots of tips. You cannot go wrong with Alex Anderson. You cannot. You can just not. Not. Here's another one. You would think I taught beginning quilting. Becoming a Confident Quilter by Elizabeth Daxon. And this has lessons and 14 patterns in there. I appreciate how, you know, some of the books you look at and they seem to have one color aesthetic. She seems to have a whole lot. She seems to have a big variety. Oh my goodness, I love that one. That is really cool. So she has several different ones that you can choose from in here that you can dig in and you can try. And great places to start. So this one is 26. I'm going to go and say it's 13. Half price there. Okay. Next up. Bits of Bargello. And you made a Bargello quilt? Mm-hmm. I tried it once. That is all. Again, I'm a process. I want to learn how to do the process, and then I'm on my way. This is our Bargello quilts. Karen Gibbs. She used to be with, oh, and I'm sorry, it got a little bent. She used to be with, gosh, she just lived like 5 minutes from me. And I would go up and see her a couple times. Island Boutique, when she was with Island Boutique. I don't think she's with them now. But, so this is beautiful. Maybe she used a lot of Island Boutique here. But she talks about the process. She talks about a lot of different things. She's great. Has a fantastic eye for color. But since this is a little bit banged up, I'm going to take more off of it. It should be 12, and I'm going to make it 10 because it's a little damaged. Actually, I'm going to make it 7 because it's damaged. And I want somebody to have it. Take it home. Love it. Make your amazing quilts with it. So that is Bits of Bargello by Karen Gibbs. Oh, here we go. This one is The Big Book of Nickel Quilts by Pat Speth. I got a chance to take a class with her. She's wonderful. I like her very much. Oh, look at that. Is that on my notes? Hang on. It is. It is. That'll be the freebie. Notes from the class, they're going to be tucked right in here. There you go. There you go. She was just a gem, and she's so kind and encouraging. The best quilt teachers are. That is my thought. Kind and encouraging. But these are all stuff she does. I think she calls them nickel quilts because they're with 5-inch squares. They're all different things she makes with 5-inch squares. And, oh, yes, I love this. I love this that she does this. Not everybody does this because it's a pain. But what she'll do is like, okay, if you want to make this a lap quilt, there's your size. Twin, there's your size. Queen, there's your size. And it tells you how many blocks. So it's adjustable. You know, so, oh, I'm just going to throw some more on. And then, like, you've ever done that quilt? Like, it got a lot bigger than I was thinking. Yeah. Because she does those different measurements in there that can really help. But this is a wonderful book. Pat Speth. I wonder if I got her to sign it. I like to do that if I'm in the class with them, but I didn't. But it's all with 5-inch squares, nickel quilts. Oh, yeah, pricing. That's, let's see, it's a 28, so it's going to be 14. And bonus, you got class notes. There you go. Tucked in the pocket. Next up. Oh, yeah, we had another Bargello quilt. Hang on, I'm going to take a sip. This is Twist and Turn Bargello Quilts by Eileen Wright. And, oh, look at that. I mean, it's amazing the things that you can do with these, the illusions that you can create with them. But it goes over all of that and tells you how to do it and make a cosmic twist and all kinds of things. So, this is a lot of good information. I highlighted it because we were doing it in the bee I belong to. This is the one we were doing, or part of it or something. So I made the highlights in there, so you have a little bit of highlighter. Was that what I was doing? Or maybe the person I got it from was doing that, because I was not doing that. Oh, now I remember. I was teaching somebody, an elderly lady that lived like 5 blocks away from me. She wanted to learn how to do Bargello. She brought me over to do lessons for her, and so this is the information I was giving her for the lessons to help her do it. She finished it too, which is wicked smart. And let's see, this is, I can't read that there, but I'm going to say 12. I punched over the numbers there. I'm in booklet form. So it's 12, and it doesn't normally come spiral bound. She spiral bound it. Isn't that something? Look at that. I love that. So that's 12 Twist and Turn Bargello quilts. All right. We're getting here to the end here. All right. If you want to go throwback, I love Gay Perry. I love her stuff. She's phenomenal. She's such a talent. But this is Impressionist Palette. So it was quite the trend. I'm going to see when it was. I'm going to say late 90s. There we go. 97 by Gay Perry. And her perspective of color is wonderful. And what she does with the watercolor quilts. This was really quite a trend. And I think it's beautiful. It's amazing what you can create doing it and doing the different colors and all the different things to think about and how to put them together. It's really amazing. You can see my quilt, oh, and it's $5. This wouldn't be $5. My Flowers in the Window quilt pattern has this. Has that. It leans very heavily on this one. All right, so I'm going to make that $5 official. But it's Gay Perry's Impressionist palette. Wonderful, wonderful choice. Wonderful choice. All right. Okay, if you want to do your own quilt blocks and you want to get down into the nitty gritty, hang on, I got to lift these out because the box is not behaving. Okay. Well, you can't do better than Ginny Beyer. So Ginny Beyer's retired, but she had a whole pattern line, but she did all of her quilts by hand. And you would say, how do you do that? How do you find the time to do that? She said, I use found time. Waiting at the doctor's office, doing this, doing that. I pick up my stuff and I work on it. But here she is going over all the different geometric designs and how to create them. And then how to quilt them. This is definitely old school. This is the traditional way that our 4-quilters did it. But she goes over all of that, and it's just a wonderful book. Lots of details in the different methods. But you can tell it is old. It is used. So we're definitely going to... It was only 15 at the time. All right, I'm going to say 7. And there's the great Ginny Beyer herself. She's wonderful. She's absolutely one of my color heroes. But that is Patchwork Patterns by Ginny Beyer. Okay. Nancy Mahoney. Oh, I love her. Learn to Paper Piece. This is her series about paper piecing. I took the class from her. Look at that. Happy Quilting, Nancy Mahoney, 2018. She's just a dear, dear, sweet woman. So encouraging. But this is the one we used in the class when I took it, the sort of book that you work with, and she's just great. Teaches you foundation piecing, step by step, very organized. She's hardworking. She's been in the biz for a long time, a long, long time. All right, so I'm going to say this one is $9. And I said, she's great. That's Learn to Paper Piece by Nancy Mahoney. Oh, here's another one. I grabbed this one because, yeah, and it's from, it's used. You can see that, right? I'm a book person. Judy Martin, The Creative Pattern Book. Complete ideas, complete patterns, intriguing ideas, and musing on the creative process. So she is so good because she was just very, very creative and inspirational, and kind of like a, hey, do what you want, have fun with that. And I love that. I love that. She's got all the templates, everything you need in here, lots of information. And even if you're looking at it like, well, I'm not going to use exactly the same thing, you can get information from all of these, which is why I want them. That's some Fabric Expressions, which the shop is gone now, and but the price on that would be $12. It's been through, you know, wait a minute, hang on a second, because that's already discarded and banged up. I'm going to do 7. And I know it says return to, I didn't steal it though. It was in there, oh, we're going to clean this out. So I didn't steal it, it's just 7 now. Okay, hexagons, diamonds, triangles, and more. Woo! This is really teaches you how to get those different angles and the different measurements, calculating the shape dimensions of all of these different amazing shapes. If you are into the hexagons, if you're into these and want to try all these different shapes, go for it. This is going to be a fantastic book. It is from Kelly Ashton, and I mean, this, I think the trend now that we have of doing all these different shapes is a throwback, but it's also, we're also giving it such a modern perspective, and I love that. So let's see, I'm going to make that 13. No, heck, I have a 12 sticker. I'm going to put a sticker on there. $12 for hexagons, diamonds, triangles, and more. And this one, Anne Myrie. This is actually a friend of mine. I went to the Quilting Bee with her. Volume 1, Nordic Log Cabin. But she has all this other stuff. She actually, I think she works and she does a lot of stuff with, well, she used to. Let me go back. It's been a while. With Alex Anderson. And do some things with her, but yeah, so she is very creative, very artistic, but she gives you lots of different things to try and different shapes to do and different things to experiment with, and just saying a quilt is desired. So this is a quilt as you go type of thing. If you want to do that, and if you want it to be improvisational and fun and everything, this is just a great book. And it was signed in here, may all your days be filled with the improvisational. Oh no, the inspired. May all your days be filled with the inspired. Oh, I love that. That was very sweet. Very sweet. So, let's see. That one's 25, so I'm going to say 12. Oh, write the number. Write the whole number there. All right, and that is the last of the books. Woohoo! Okay, put this down over here. Preview. Now we have a box of miscellaneous notions. Miscellaneous notions. I'm going to pull out the patterns on here first. I've mentioned my affection for Ginny Beyer. This is another one of her series. Ginny Beyer 12-month pattern series. And this is, I forget what this is called. Mirage. It's called, you can't quite read it there, but it's right back there. Mirage. It's called Mirage. So it is, it's wonderful. This is the packet. It has not been used. It's just kind of a little, the ribbon has just been a little tweaked, but she has all the pattern instruction and everything you need in there. And the colors, I don't know, I don't believe the exact fabrics are available anymore, but you certainly could do this and blend this. So that is a 12-month pattern series. And you guys, I didn't even think about a price for this one. But I'm going to do, I'm going to say $25 for this one. Most of these have prices in them, but some do not. What do you know? That's $25 for the 12. It's Block of the Month Pattern Series Mirage by Ginny Beyer. Okay. Next one that we have by Ginny Beyer. Oops, that's not it. Next one that we have by Ginny Beyer is Moon Glow, which is one of my absolute favorites of hers. And again, it is a Block of the Month pattern. And I'll give you like an inside look. She does, oh, look at this. Okay, so she has the shapes, right, and the template stuff for you to cut out. But then she tells you how to do it with hand piecing, if you do it with machine piecing, freezer paper piecing, or foundation piecing. So that is awesome. She gives you all those different options, and it's a great way to learn and play with color. You get to try a new block each time. And again, I'm gonna do this as 25 for the Moon Glow Block of the Month by Ginny Beyer. All right, guys. So if you're seeing this and joining in, and if you're like, oh, I can't do watch now or whatever, come back at another time. But also, tell your friends, tag your quilty friends, share it in those groups or whatever. Okay, this one, this is interesting. This is interesting. Oh, sorry. Hang on a second. Nope. All right. Nothing. They can't wait. Sometimes you get all these alerts on your phone. I just got to check it. This is Sewing with Nancy Sewing Circles. And it is the whole little kit that she had. So this would be sewing applique circles onto things. And it has this little guide that works with it. It has the DVD, CD-ROM, whatever it is that it has there, which I'm sure some of us have. We have the old tech that we can do it. But Nancy was always known for having such amazing tips and tricks and things that you could figure out. So that is there. It was 15. Let me put this all back together here. It was 15. I'm going to do it for 10. Because I want somebody to get their hands on it and try it and enjoy it. All right. Okay. Let's give this a try. This is the bee binding holder. So you make your binding, you wrap it on this, and it can kind of keep it all together. And yeah, put it all together for that. Price is as marked. That is $5 for the bee binding holder from Riley Blake. Yay! Yay, Riley Blake! All right, let's see. So we have a few more here. Okay. Oh, this is cute. This is super cute. This is just $5 as well. Bind quilt, but look at this. It is 2 coasters. See, they're wood cut out coasters. This is such a lovely little gift. Build Quilt. It's a lovely little gift for a quilting friend. Put the little coasters there. Look at that. And that one I believe is $5. If it's not on there, I'm going to put $5 on there right now because that's what it should be. Build Quilt wooden coasters is what they are. $5. Oh, talk about curves. Let's get curvy. This is Contemporary Curved Quilts by So Kind of Wonderful. And it has the directions and this quick curve ruler with it. So you can do all this kind of thoroughly modern It's a modern Millie quilt. Oh my goodness. My grandmother's name was Mildred. But it gives you all the instructions and then how to use this ruler with it. So this is a great one, a fresh and trendy quilt. Very modern take. But again, you can use whatever fabrics you want, but it does give you that more modern perspective. And this contemporary curved quilt is $10. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm getting kind of bored with those little guys. Oh, all right. Here we have a little wrist cushion. This is just $2. Little wrist guy, right? You put it on there, and you do that. Yeah. So, if that makes you happy, I'm gonna put it on there for just $2. That's what it should be. I think I had it marked, and then the little thing just fell off. But that's a little pin cushion. Should you want that? Should you find that that's gonna be the perfect little thing for you to have? All right, then this is a magnetic, it's from Fat Quarter Shop. It's a magnetic pin holder. So, let's see if I open it up. It's $10. I already priced it out. I'll check with the market. So just get it out of the box. There you go. It's magnetic, so I think you can put pins in there. Hang on, let me look at the picture. What are they doing here? Let me look. Ah, yeah. So you put the pins in there. Why does it have this little... fitted with a strong magnet. Oh, and then it has this compartment so you could store your pins in there if you wanted to. I don't know how to open this compartment. Someone else does, but you can put your pins right there and then you can just grab it up there, and that's 10. It is from the Fat Quarter Shop, where so many amazing things come from. Let me see, let me just put it both in here. There we go. Alright, there, pin holder, Fat Quarter Shop. Let's see. This is a quilt strap carrier. So, this is one of those things, I'm sorry, I'm holding up, can you see it? One of those things that you can use to loop around your quilt and to more easily carry the quilt, because that can get really heavy. I want the coasters, but I'm traveling and won't be able to pay within 24 hours. Oh, that's all right. I'm not going to be giving you the invoice within 24 hours. But, Miss Sarah, I'm going to set those coasters aside for you right now. I'll put your name on there. Sarah, thank you, my friend. I will set those aside. Yep, and we can swing by Tuesday or whatever. Perfect. Perfect. That'll be fine. You just let me know. You let me know, girl. And then watch later if there's anything else. Absolutely. But this is a quilt strap. It helps you carry it. I also had somebody that said they used it for, like, carrying their yoga mat. Like, you could roll it up and put the straps around it and do the yoga mat. So that's a quilt strap carrier for $5. Let's see. All right, here we have, this is fascinating to me. It is a dome threaded needle case. So you load up your threads in here, and then you put your needle in, and it like automatically threads it. Hang on. I gotta take my glasses off. You can have up to 10 threaded needles in there. So you thread the needle and then you put it in the little slot, and you can have up to 10 threaded needles in here ready to go. No longer do you have to take your glasses off to look at it or taste the thread to be able to use it. But this dome case will let you do that. So it's a dome threaded needle case, $5. All right. Let's see. All right, really have some odds and ends here. This was a pattern that I used, and it's called Hot Flashes, and it includes the cutting corners ruler. The cutting corners ruler goes with it. So it's done with strips. It's used, but you have this with it. So I'm gonna say $8 for this all together, because it's a nice little pattern. It's a fun pattern. It went together quick. That's the plus side. So it's called Hot Flashes. I imagine it depends on what color you choose. But, yeah, I'm going to say $10 for that. Hot Flashes with the cutting corners ruler that you need. And yes, it has been. I did use it, but there you go. Okay. Let's see what others. We just have some, like, so many miscellaneous stuff in here. I'm trying to be a little bit more cohesive, but oh well. Let's forget about this. Okay, look at this one. This is fingernail art stickers, and it's $3. This one happens to be a lot of Christmas ones, but it's from Missouri Quilt Co. And $3 for all this little different fingernail art. They don't sell these anymore. You can't get them. But if you want Christmas fingernail art, or not necessarily Christmas, some of it is. You got a little duck that looks Christmassy and whatnot. But you don't have to go with just that. You can put it on all kinds of stuff. I need longer fingernails, but hey, there we go. So that's fingernail art stickers, $3. Okay. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Everybody says you should label your quilts. So Sassy iron-on labels. $10. And these are iron-on labels that you can put on there and then add your information, right? So you just have, I could have been quilting something I like, or it was your first, this is your first and last quilt if you don't love it back, right? So it's just kind of sassy. It's kind of fun. Let's see if I can read it back. Nope, I do not want to know if your kitty uses this. I can't read it. Uses this quilt. So it's sassy quilt labels, but you can use them and write in your information that you want to, and there'd be a fun one. That's 10 right there. Okay. All right, let's go with this one. Here we have a magnetic pin cushion. Cute little magnetic pin cushion. Who's it by? From Fat Quarter Shop. This is $5. It is new in the bag. It has not even been opened. So that's $5. It's magnetic and a pin cushion. Set it on there. It says magnetic. Yeah, magnetic. That's $5 for a cute little pin cushion with a wood set. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay. Here we have this little tool, Cut Right Binding. Cut Right Bind Up. Fast and easy way to finish your binding with perfect mitered seams. If you've seen my beautiful machine binding stuff, I have different methods, but you got to use what's going to work for you. This is $5. It helps you to measure it and get it just right to cut that binding to finish it up. It's got the directions in there how to use it, and it's from Quilter's Paradise. Then this is, if you're going to do hand quilting, if you're going to do hand piecing, you're going to want one of these. This is a beeswax thread conditioner. This is $3, and it's all natural, handmade beeswax. So it's really nice, a nice thing to be able to use to condition your thread while you're working. Beeswax conditioner. Isn't this cute? Everybody needs a needle book. Everybody needs a needle book, and that's what this one is. $3 needle book from Moda. You can even, like, if you have small scissors, you can tuck them in the pocket, but then you put the needles in there. Oh, and look, 2 separate little dividers there. And then you have it, and you have it with you when you need it. Needle book, it's another great little gift. That's $3. All right, I have, this is just going to be $1, but it is, I don't even know if it'll be that. I might just throw it in. I'd say 50 cents. But it has little pins. So far, so good. So creative. Sleeps with quilts. Cute little novelty pins. I'm just going to call that 50 cents. 0.5. There we go. 50 cents to add that little fella on. All right, and the rest of these, I'm looking at just patterns. I'm kind of bored with doing the patterns. Oh, wait, no, I have some pins. I have some Dritz pins for $3. It's a package of pins. That's pretty competitive with the other stuff that you're going to see. But Dritz pins, long ballpoint pins. There we go. Those pins. Okay, then we're going to move on. I'm kind of done with this one. Hang on, let me move this stuff off here. Hold on a second. Be right back. I know this is great television. Sorry about that. I'm going to put these in this box. Hope you all ready to go. Just a moment. Right. Okay. Fabric. Let's do fabric now. Fabric. Let's do fabric. Although, all right, I do have this Omni Grid. You ever wanted one of these? I wanted one of these for a long time. I have one. I never ended up using it. It has the Omni Grid mat, cutting surface, and then a pressing surface. Take it to class. 15 bucks. That's what we're doing. We're calling this 15 bucks. If you're interested in an Omni Grid cutting, pressing surface station, let me know. $15. Okay. That's got to go to a good home. Somebody's going to love it. Fabrics. Although, let's do one bag first. This is Tula Pinks. Support your local quilter bag. It's a bag. I've washed it. It kind of wrinkles. I tried to press it, but then I was afraid I was going to get all these things out. So I'm sorry it's a little pressy. But this is a bag, shopping bag, whatever. Take it to your quilt shop. They don't sell these anymore. They're done. Limited edition. So this would be a great one to create. And it's by Tula Pink. By Tula Pink. Oh, I should probably put a price on that, huh? I'm going to say $10. For the Tula Pink shopping tote. And everybody will be jealous because they don't make them anymore. All right. Fabric. Fabric. Oh. Okay, so now we're looking at pre-cuts. I've got 5-inch squares. So those nickel quilts that we did, right here, this is what you need to do. Use the code on here, CW4, and these are $8 for 5-inch pre-cuts. These are lawn fabric, which is very cool. It feels a little lighter than regular cotton. It's very English. The English use a lot of lawn, is what they call it. But moving on, lawns by Jen Kingwell Designs. Oh yeah, Jen Kingwell's Australian. So there you go. And a nice, fun variety, of colors. So that is CW4. CN1, $8 for a 5-inch pack, and these are a variety of browns. So you just have the variety of browns to go with it. Again, the Pat Speth book, nickel quilts, perfect. This is excuse me, guys. I don't know what happened there. Florette. Sorry about that. By it's Wilmington Prints, and these are just lovely little floral designs. These go into what's the trend? Granny mod. It's the new trend where it's the stuff that the kids today or like 10 years ago would have seen their grandma do, and they're like, oh, I love that. That reminds me of grandma. That's the new trend. These remind me a little bit of that. They certainly take me back a little bit. Although my grandma would have been polyester, so not quite her. But that's $8 again for a pack of 5-inch pre-cuts. And then here we have a red pack of 5-inch pre-cuts. Spring Fling. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not just red. It's red, but then you have green and lots of other colors in there. These are boundless fabrics. Both of these are boundless, and that was by Craftsy. Craftsy put out a line of fabric for a little while, and both of those fit with that one. If you like lawns, here's another one. These are the 2.5-inch squares, and this is $3.50, but you could just call it lawn instead of CQC5. That was a code I was using, not necessary anymore. But has the same ones, but those would be nice to go together. And especially if you're going to do handwork, lawns are, that's a great choice because it's so lightweight. So lightweight. All right. Then here we have a couple more 2.5-inch square packs. This is a field guide. And these look kind of like little grays, and it's kind of a more modern, but not quite, what is it, camping. They kind of make me think about camping a little bit. And then this one is from Moda. Hearty Good Wishes. Oh, and it looks like there's fishes. There's fish involved. So you could just say field guide or Hearty Good Wishes for either one or both of those, and those are $3.50 for a package there. All right. Oh, where'd the... Uh-oh. There's another one. Went with that. I'll have to wait to find it. All right. One more package. These are poinsettia. It hasn't even been opened, y'all. This poinsettia 42-inch squares. Poinsettia Plaza by Moda. And I know that these collections are they're a few years old. So if you're looking for a particular thing, there you go. There you go. Right there. All right. Now I have a few jelly rolls. And these are each 25 a piece, and the sticker fell off of one of them. There it is. Haha, I found it. Oh, so that's not even sticky at all. This is Wildflowers. It's 25. Hang on, I'm gonna write that on there. You can just call it Wildflowers Wallflowers, excuse me. Wallflowers. Again, it's beautiful, nice, fun colorways here. And it is by, Wyndham Fabrics. So a nice variety of jelly roll there. This one is a batik jelly roll. And it is from Indonesian Batik Fabric Rollers, 20 pieces. And it is also 25 for those. And then this one, the last jelly roll that I have, Country Rose by Leela Boutique. And you can see again, oh, that kind of very sweet, very sweet. It reminds me of the Grand Chic. That's what it's called. It's called Grand Chic. It reminds me of that kind of colorway. It's a very nice colorway. Still, I love to do jelly roll quilts. Love, love, love them. Love, love, love them. All right. That is it for this fabric. But wait, there's more. Okay. All right, I'm staying here till 4, y'all. We got another 45 minutes. Okay, I think I did out the pricing for these. Fabric bags. Aha, scrap bags. Scrap bags is what we're looking at here. Poinsettia Plaza for me. All right, Sarah, I'll grab that for you. You got it, girl. And I will see you guys if you're in town, if you're in the Denver area, we'll talk about it. And you can come pick stuff up and we'll do it that way. I'm fine with that. Scrap bags. These are scrap bags. So somebody said, well, now that you're closing your business, you can sell your fabric. Like, you don't understand how quilters work at all. But I did decide it is time to reduce the amount of scraps that I have. You guys, this surface, not even scratching, I'm telling you. But what I did is I put them together in bags of colors. So we have these bags of colors. And they are 15 a piece. These scrap bags are 15 a piece. This is a vast assortment. All right, I'm going to say this about my fabric. Every fabric that you have in this bag, that you see in these bags, this is quality fabric. I don't mess around with fabric. I am a fabric snob. This is all good stuff. But it is all various sizes. You get a little bit there. You might have longer pieces here. You might have some partial cuts there. Oh, that's batiks in there too. So you're going to get a variety of things in here. You might have some larger pieces. It just depends on what I had with the color. So this is blue, and you can kind of see a lot of the colors, but it's really, you can kind of just take a chance. Oh, here's a Ginny Buyer. That was a Ginny Buyer one. Isn't that bizarre that I know all, I know whose this is. But that is blue, a blue scrap bag. If you love scrap quilts, if you make a lot of scrap quilts, if you do a lot of charity quilts, these are, you see, they're just packed full, and it's 15 bucks. There's a whole bunch, and that is the blue one. Huh. Let's go green. Ooh, and look at that. You can see they're just packed full. Lots of different colors, lots of variety. Oh, this is another one of the Graham Chic, right? That's another version, but all different colors, all different scraps. Good for strip piecing, string piecing. You know, lots of different things. And these are, I can't tell it on that these are very nice greens, very nice greens. And if you need something, oh, I need some greens for that. Hey, they're right here in this bag, ready to go. Those are the greens. And again, all the scrap bags are 15. There's at least a yard worth of stuff, but they're cut into little pieces. So, you know how that goes. All right. Aha. This is one of yellow, a variety of different yellows. And actually, I'm just going to say this one is 10 because there's not as much. It's not as packed full as some of the others. But you do have some nice variety. Just different shapes and projects that I'm like, I can't do that again. I'm not going to use it again. I was thinking like a little girl's quilt. I see some of the colors and prints in here would be nice in a little girl's quilt. But these are, again, are all nice scraps. And that be yellow. And I'm going to write the price on there real quick. That is 10, not 15. So if you want the yellow scrap bag, let me know. Okay. Ooh, black. These are different blacks and grays that I had from lots of different projects. Look at this. This is an ombre. So that Drunkard's Path pattern, this is leftover strips from that I had because I made the borders all different ombre colors. But you just have a variety here. Some solid, some prints, some gray, a whole variety. Just have fun. So if you need some darks or grays, blacks, this is a great one. And this, again, packed full, $15. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, this is a batik scrap bag, and I'm just going to make that 10 because there's not that much, but these are all things that I use in other projects. And here we go, and that's the scrap bag, and I'm just going to say that's 10. A little variety. Little stuff in there. If you want some batik scraps, grab that little fella. All right. Ooh, next is red. This is reds. Reds, pinks, a few magenta, kinda. Again, it's just a big variety. It's a big variety of colors and textures. Perfect for scrap bags. Some are larger pieces. Some are 2-inch wide strips. Some are little bit binding. You will find binding in lots of places. Some of the binding. So whatever floats your boat, there's lots of things that you can use with that. Okay. And then we have a purple. Excuse me. There's not as much in the purple, so I think I am going to say, I'm going to say that's $7. Compared to the others, it's not nearly as full. And these are mostly solid, but oh my gosh, I just love that purple. It's a plummy grunge. Oh, love it. Love it. So again, you need some little purples to do something with. You're going to love them. You're going to love them. And this one's just 7. Okay. Here I have a little bag of different browns. There was not a lot. You can see I don't use this a lot, right? There's not a lot of those. I'm going to do that as 7 as well. Because there's not a lot, but browns, golds, whatever colors that you might like. You might need them for something. Okay. Then next I have, all right, so we talked about the, look at that, Boom! It's a big ball. We talked about the plush fabrics. Here are a whole bunch of plush samples. A whole bunch of plush things. If you want to try making a little kid's quilt, I'm afraid to like undo it. Like, pew! It's going to explode on me. But I have several samples of this they're just this size, but a whole variety of colors. And that'd be a fun way to try it. It just gives you something to play with if you want to do something fun with these. I have some larger part. There's not too much big in here, but yeah. All right, just hold this. And oh, this is my best tip. All right, I have 2 tips, 3 tips for sewing with plush. Just consider this a bonus. 1, cut all your pieces and then put them in a laundry basket. Take them to the dryer, throw in a wet washcloth, and then spin them for like 10 minutes. Once you do that, that gets all the fluff into the dryer lint, and you can just clean that out and go on your way, and there's not fluff everywhere. Second, oh, I can't get that close. The second thing is switch to a ball needle or a knit needle. That will keep you from ripping the knit that you have here. And then the last thing is increase your stitch length. I normally piece my quilts at 2.5 stitch length. I would go up to a 3, 3.5, 5, depending on how thick the plush is. There you go. That's just a bonus. This is all scraps that I had from one particular project, and I'm done with it. So these are all solids. This is a $25 bag, but they're all solids in there for that particular quilt. So if you really want solids, nice bright coloring of them, this would be the one for you. So they would call this solids mix, I guess, would be what it is. Oh, all right, done with that one. Okay. Then next I have some project bags. These are partial projects that I started, and I'm like, nah, I'm done. I'm done. Can't do all the things. This is the project mix bag. Oh, is that supposed to be in here? It is. All right. All right. This was a big quilt that I did, and I did braiding. Oh, solids, please. Hey, Gina. How you doing, girl? Gina. Solids coming up, lady. Getting a basket for you. And you and I are getting together next week, right? So you can come here and pick it up yourself. Solids for Gina. There you go. Okay, so my friend Kate Colleran has a fantastic braid template for braiding, and I love it. And I made a quilt with it, and I just didn't know how many I would need to make. So it was a quilt for a friend of mine who was quite ill at the time. So these are the parts and pieces left over. There are batiks. I mean, you can see the color palette here. He's kind of he's like a historical archaeologist, and he would do stuff like that and travel. So I had like this little map thing in there for him, but all tried to go with very masculine colors. But some of the pieces, like these, are cut to go into the braids, and I finished the quilt. I'm like, I don't need these. I don't. So these are all going to go along. If you want to try doing the braids, here, do I even have any little samples? Oh, so I made blocks like this, and then oh, there you go. There you go. So these are the kind of braids that I was doing with them. So I have part of those in there, and I also have larger size. They're for largest. This was a small inner border, and then I had a large outer border that had the braids on them. So that gives you an idea of what I was doing. And I had signature quilts. I sent signature blocks all over the world for people to sign for him and to put in there, and made that quilt from him. But this one is $20 because there's a lot to it, but it's a great variety and good colors. But like I said, it's a partial. I can give you any tips you want for it to be able to do it. But that's the deal with that one. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here's just a yellow and black and white log cabin quilt I was working on. I did part of it and part of it not. So I was teaching a class, so you see parts of it, right? You can see part of it, but you can rip that apart, put it together in any kind of design you want, and then I have a bunch of partial blocks in here, and you can put them together in any design that you want, or whatever, but that's what this is. And that's going to be 15. For that partial bumblebee block. It's like bumblebees. Let's see. Oh, hand quilter. Sarah! You love to do the hand piecing. Hang on, I need to get another sheet here. For pricing. Okay. This was a project I did. I did a whole series. I filmed how to do how to do paper piecing like this, and I made these blocks. So this is the hazard of being a quilting instructor, is that you make partials of a bunch of stuff and you don't ever use it. And that is the case right here. So this, I did the hand work here. You have the additional fabric, and I pieced them. And I pieced a bunch of these guys to go together, right? So there's the yellow and the two colorways, and here's the extra fabric. And then here's the little corner things. I don't know why I kept those, but I did. There they are. But this is for somebody who wants to finish this paper piecing project. There's a ton of stuff in here, but I'm not going to use it. So, since so much that is already cut, I'm going to say that is $12. For this paper piecing thing. Take it home, finish it, give it a good life. I've done all I can do with it. The rest is up to you. But that's a paper piecing part. Okay, next block. This is a batik. No, this is not. Yes, this is batik. This is batik. This was a design I did, again, for a class. And it was a practice of something. So here's the design, but then of course I have all these extra little pieces. And you could make more, and you could do exactly the same, or you can make it bigger or smaller or whatever. It's one of those projects you just take and finish however you want to. I have little sashing there, or it can be like the inside of a medallion, or you can take them apart and put them together however you want. But anyways, that's my thing, and it is it's a red and aqua batik design, and so that's going to be 20. There we go. Okay. All right, and this last one. What the heck? What was I doing here? I think this is just, this is a bag of orphan blocks. This is definitely a bag of orphan blocks. So these are all different things that I put together, again, for classes or for something. And it's like I have these parts, and I'm not going to use it. And so maybe somebody else wants to use it or put them together. This would be great for a new quilter. Take them, try them out, play with them, have fun, whatever. This would be, that's the way I picture this. It's kind of the ideal gift for a new quilter. They can take it and they can play with it and they can have fun. It's just a lot of orphan blocks. Here's even cherry wood orphans in here. But that's what it is. This is the orphans that I finished the project. I don't love it anymore. It's time to move on. That ever happened to you? Yeah, I know it does. All right, if I can get this all back in the bag. But this is going to be 25. There's a lot of orphans in here. A lot of good fabric. Oh, okay, all right. Not nicely placed, but it's in there. There you go. Okay. And that's the orphans. That's 25 for the orphan blocks. Okay. Then I have, and we're getting close to finish here. These are 2-inch squares, bags of 2-inch squares. That's it. I have a bunch of big bags of 2-inch squares. They are $12 a piece because I want them gone. But they're 2-inch squares because that's what I used in the color course that I did. And I bring them to workshops and everything. They're all 2-inch squares. So you can cut them up. You can do whatever you want to with them. Oh, that's kind of a little short. That's not quite 2-inch squares. There you go. But you can do postage stamp quilts. You could do whatever you want. Again, good for scrappy stuff. Good for, I'm just going to sit down and sew something. These would be a good option. So those are, I'm sorry, I think I said they're 15. 15 postage stamp blocks, 2-inch squares. I have several bags, so if you want more than one, I got you covered. I got you covered. Okay, so now we're going to move on just a little bit. I have, all right. We'll start with this. We'll see how far we get. I have some panels. And I'm calculating the panels and the panel sets at $10 a yard, okay? Let's slide those over here. $10 a yard. These go together. I'll see if I can, I know there's another like little, here it is, here it is, here it is. Here it is, here it is. Okay. Excuse me. This is, these will be prices as marked that I have here, okay? These all go together. This is a little house. A neighborhood house pillow, and these are by Wyndham Fabrics, and then these are the other two things that go with it. So this all goes together. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm holding it upside down. You're not going to be able to see it that way. These all go together, so that's 10, 10, 875, 20, 875 for these fabrics. Again, it's way low for what you'd usually pay, but this goes as a set. These all go together. Cute for your kids, cute for the grandkids. It has the directions to put them all together, and it's just a really sweet, nice thing. So those are all together. I'm going to put those in one spot right there. All right. This one, you cannot find these anymore. You cannot. And I have, do I have two? I have two. I have two. I have two of these beautiful, beautiful ones. Dream Big. Does it say which color version they are? It does not. I remember the name, but it's a green, think green. A green color version of Dream Big, and they are $10 a piece for these panels. And I say $10 a piece. They're a little bit more than a yard, but I want them gone. I get them out the door. This is a great one, practicing free motion, all those different fantastic things that you can do on it. But it's Dream Big, $10 a yard, $10 per panel. I know it's a little bit more than a yard, I think. Hang on, it's about a yard and a third. It's fine. We'll call it good. So that's the Dream Big, 2 panels in the green, and you cannot find these anymore. I might have the last 2 ever. Maybe not. Okay. Dream Big panels. Then I have 2 super cute panels here. These are 2 of the same one. They are Mary Englebright, if I'm remembering. Yes, Mary Englebright. And it is, look at that. Isn't that adorable? Little cherries and the little girl sitting on there with the pie. So friends are the most important ingredients in the recipe of life. And friends are those who nourish the spirit. Mary Englebright, and that's $6.25. $6.25. I have 2 panels. So 2 people can get them. Wouldn't that be adorable in your kitchen? Oh, my goodness. So, so cute. So, so cute. All right. Isn't this sweet? I love this one. Little traveler panel from Santoro. Santoro is the, oh, and I don't have a price on there. I'm going to go with the same price here because it's about the same size. $6.25 for the Santoro Traveler Girl. $6.25 for the Santoro Traveler panel. I think that's just so sweet. Very sweet. Okay. All right, and then we have this one, which is a very, oh gosh, it's very, what do I want to say, old school. It is, so it looks like it is, hang on, a yard and a half. So it's going to be 15 for this whole panel, but you have all the little classic New England style house blocks. And it's not exactly a panel, but it kind of is. Let's see, who's it by? It is, oh, I'm sorry, it's One Room Schoolhouses, 1930 colors by Sarah Morgan for Washington Street Studios. And that's it, One Room Schoolhouses. So it's really cute. I do think the colors are great, 1930s. And that is, yeah, that's $15. Let me put the price on there. Lost my pen. There it is. $115 for a yard and a half. Okay. And then I do have, all right, this is, oh, here we go. Here we go. This is a map panel. This would just be $5, or probably even less than that. I'd make this $3. This is Estates in Basic Gray, Metropolis by Moda. And it has the different states on there and the different names with them. And it's kind of cute. It's a kind of cute little panel. And I'm just going to make that $3. And then I have something, it's a little dated. And you'll see why I say that. Okay. It's a little dated because, oops, sorry about that. It was 2022, 2023, and 2024. But what I like about this, look at these. Look at these. Household stitching machine. These parts of it are so cool, right? Fabric hangers. I mean, just the appearance of these is so cool, even without the calendar part. And this is Stitch in Time. I think the retro things are so nice, and that's like a half a yard. I'm gonna say that's $5 for that. So you have the calendar on there. That part that times have passed, but here we go. $5 for that. That's the black and white one. All right. Then I have two panels here, and these are children growth chart trees, or a quilt that you could do for grandkids. And you can see it just has really sweet. It has all different letters on there. Love You by Deb Strain, Moda Fabrics. And here is one in paint in blue, and then I have one in pink. Same version in pink, boy and girl, and these are going to be $5 a piece because it's about half a yard. And those are the panels I have in the panel department. Okay. All right, so now we have, I'm just going to get into some of the fabrics. Next time, we will start with fabrics. Sorry about that. A little wonky. Next time we'll start with fabrics, and I have regular cotton fabrics and batiks, and then I'll cover some more. I have a few more notions, but I think next time we're just going to be all fabrics. And I might go back and review some of this stuff and see if people are interested. I do have a few more patterns and whatnot. All right, here we have Kimberbell. This is this 1 yard. You can tell it's 1 yard because it's $10. There's 1 yard of this fantastic polka dot fabric by Kimberbell Basics. Kimberbell Designs by Maywood Studios. So that is 10, and that would be purple polka dot. If you're interested, say purple polka dot. Purple polka dot, Jenny. Oh, this fabric right here, there is 1 yard. I have the price on somewhere. It's going to be $10 for the 1 yard, and it goes with this one. These go together. Ha ha ha. So this would be 5, and this one would be 10 for the blue. C is for cupcake, the blue alphabet one. I'm going to write that on there so I don't forget. There. That goes together. Okay. Here we go. This strikes me as very New England style. This is Wyndham Fabrics presents Uncle Sam. Very patriotic, right? You've got the little stars. And this is B13 is the name of it. And it is $10 a yard. And it's a perfect, little small things, little prints. You wouldn't want to use a lot of it in big spaces because then it gets kind of dizzying. But it's really cool. It's a cool retro one for sure. So that's B13, $10. Oh, hello, Wiki Lady. I know who that is. Hey. Here we have another kids one. And this is $10 a yard. And it's dumpsters. Isn't that adorable? It's so cute. Little trucks and dumpsters and things like that. So that's a really great boy fabric. And it is $10. Price on. For the boy car fabric. Right there. Okay. Next we have just a black. It's a black check. L5 is what it is the name of it. It is Jennifer Sampo designed it, the black and white collection for Robert Kaufman. And that's what it is, black and white. This is a nice black and white because it's not just solid. It reads so nicely. It reads so nicely. Hello, Miss Wiki. So if you want something that's a little dark and has a little bit of a texture to it, this is the one. It's a good one. But if you want something dark with a little bit more personality, here you go. There you got a whole bunch of letters. Again, great for kids. Oh, I keep doing it upside down, guys. Sorry about that. Great for a kids one. It's Fabric Traditions. And just letters. Nice. I Spy, right? Good material for an I Spy quilt. Something to see there. Oops. Sorry, I bumped it again. It's $10 because it's 1 yard. All right, I talked about Ginny Beyer. When she closed out her studio, I was there buying a bunch of stuff, and this is one of the very last ones that she had. This is Burano by Ginny Beyer, and it's a green and black. Very nice. Very nice. High quality. She always did such a good job with colors. So that's $10. Burano, green, Ginny Beyer. Yep, I scarpered up a whole bunch. Well, this is a cute one. Oh, yeah, it's $5. O2 would be the name. And it's a peach directional one. I just think this one, it's a half a yard. So I think this one just has a lot of fun inspiration. It's very colorful. It's from Henry Glass. So it's a good quality fabric. But yeah, it's a fun one. I'm sure the very modern in smaller places, I think it'd just be really cute. Really super cute. All right, I have 2 of these. I actually have more than 2 of these but these are half yard cuts, And they're the bunnies, little bunnies. They are Bow Tie Bunny, Front Yard by Sandra Clemens for Michael Miller. So it's a good high quality fabric, very fun pink. If you need pink, woo, these are going to be pink for you. These definitely are. So they're both R2. You can just add like one or the other or whatever. We'll figure it out from that point. Then I also have several yard cuts of these pinks. It's a fuchsia, solid fuchsia. And they're one. Let me double check that they're 1 yard. Hang on. It might be half yards. Nope, that's 1 yard. So these pinks, they're 1 yard. They're $10 a yard. And solids. Very nice. You know, some solids you touch and it's like, dodgy. These are very nice. These pass the blouse test. I would make a blouse out of this. That's an important test. So you know it's going to be higher quality fabric. So I have 3 yards here. Looks like I have another half a yard. That might be a different fabric altogether. But these are really nice pink solids. $10 a yard, those would be. All right. I can, let's see, we're about doing that. Actually, we're done. We're done. So here we go. Just a slight recap. Now, any order will get a complimentary tape measure, and then the Schmetz pocket guide, and a sew Schmetz that you can keep right by your thing. Lots of sewing needle information in there. Schmetz that's the OG. I love Schmetz. I love Schmetz. The floral, Wiki Live, the floral, maybe design green with the black, $10. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Wiki. That would be this one. If you want, I can pull that aside for you. That one's $10. And yeah, every purchase gets these little guys as bonuses. Do with them what you will. And if you're seeing this and it's not live, that's okay. You just message me. You just put it in the comments, and I will go back. I'll be checking that throughout the week till we're leading up to the next one, and I will do that. Yay! All right. I know, Wiki. I know, Wiki girl. That's so sweet. Thank you. Do that. Well, I have to call you. I'm going to call you, Wiki, but that's not your name. I know what your name is. I'm going to write Wiki because that's all I'm thinking right now. And so, yeah, like I said, if you're seeing this after hours, that's fine. If you're seeing it when we're not live, which I think people probably will, that's okay. Put in the comments, and I'm going to be checking those often to see and try to get you taken care of. The other thing, what was I going to say now? I'm thinking, hang on. Headshot. The other thing that I was going to say is that, yeah, you can put it in the comments. But if you have a quilting friend, share this video with them or tell them, hey, this gal has a lot of good deals and going out of business, so she's closing, so there's going to be a lot of things available. And let them know. Next week, we will be covering all the rest of the fabric that I have, and I'll go back. There's still some more notions that I have, and I'll look through other stuff, and I will probably be bringing out the stuff that hasn't sold. If there's things over that are left over that hadn't sold, I will bring those out, and we'll review that again. But next time, we're going to start with the fabrics. Yay! All right. Anybody have any real questions before we are almost done? Almost done. Well, some of you have asked, what am I doing now? And I can tell you 2 things. I'll say one thing now, and then I'll say another thing what I'm doing going forward, right? Because the thing when God closes a door, he shoves you through a window, or wait, when he closes the door, he opens a window for you to go through. And I have started this amazing stuff. So years ago, for many years, I had trouble sleeping. I couldn't sleep. I would go to bed. Well, actually, I'd lay in bed. This is probably the last 7 years. Lay in bed and not able to fall asleep, even though I'm exhausted. I can't. My mind's going. My cortisol's way up. I can't sleep. So, and then I would wake up like 4 hours later, and then I might stay awake for 2 or 3 hours, not able to get back to sleep. Just can't turn my brain off, can't go back to sleep. And then I would have to get up in the morning, but I'd be so exhausted, you know, when you're actually like almost want to drag, like you want to lay there on the floor and say, coffee, please, put me coffee, when it's that bad. And I realized I lived so much of my life like that. Well, I started doing this thing, and Miss Wiki can't know, Wiki knows about this, but I started using Benieve, and it's a coffee drink. I'll show you there. You put that in your coffee, and it's a scoop. It has caffeine in it, but it's caffeine from green tea, so it pulls you up, but it doesn't make you smack back down. And then I also started this. It's an electrolyte drink, and that's what I've been drinking today. It's Beneve Watermelon Berry. This electrolytes, again, they give you energy and clarity, especially, that's why I drink it in the afternoons. Energy and clarity and focus, no fuzz. You get rid of the fog and you get the focus, and it helps me to be productive. And now what I find is that when I am tired, between 9 and 10, I'm tired, I'm ready to go to bed. I go to bed, I'm out within like 5-10 minutes. I wake up maybe 6 hours later. I get up, go to the bathroom or whatever, and come back and lay down. I can go back to sleep. And I've not been able to do that for years, for absolute years. So that's with Beneve. And then I do this, there's another thing you take with it, which is a can you read that there? I don't think you can. Hang on. There you go. Glutathione Plus, and it helps to detox. And what all this has done, it has lowered my cortisol levels. It has reduced inflammation. I can do things physically I have not been able to do in years. I mean, I can get up and down off the floor, no problem, no help or anything like that. So I am actually working on building up a business with Beneve. I love the products. It's no lie to say that has changed my life. So I was so tired all the time, and I didn't realize how poorly I was doing. But that's one of the things I'm doing, moving on and trying that. I can have more information if you want to know more about that one, and I can post a link for that. But yes, and Wiki knows. She knows how amazing it's been. I haven't lost a lot of weight with it yet, but a lot of people do, especially when you add on other things in that. But being able to sleep through the night absolutely changes your life. When you haven't been able to do it, and then suddenly you are, it changes everything. It changes everything. So if you want to know more about that, I will put a link in the comments and the stuff there so you can check that out. But that is one of the things that I'm doing going forward. I am not leaving quilting permanently. But yes, I will post a link, Wiki. But this was the last thing that I had in a magazine, was that one right there. I'm not leaving quilting permanently, but it just, part of the stress levels that I was dealing with is just too much. Is just too much. And I was not getting benefit from it. I was not getting sales and things like that, bookings and things to make it be worthwhile. So I don't want to leave it, but I think I'm switching gears. I'm moving from, like, this would be more traditional quilts to much more art quilting. I don't know what the future's going to look like, and I don't know when, but part of it is I don't want to have a timetable. You have to be back. You have to do this. You have to get this in the magazine. There's a class coming up. We need a sample. I want to be done with that. So I'm stepping into a new place with that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Beautiful work. It is one of them. I'm really proud of it. It's a beautiful one. I had a friend quilt it. She did such an amazing job. But anyways, okay, so that's it. Next time we will start with fabric, and I'm just going to keep going, and I can talk more about Beneve if you guys want to know more about that, and I can talk about different stuff that I'm going, and I can answer questions or whatever. But I think we may not be as long next time, but thank you guys for sticking around. Again, share this with your friends. You know other quilters, you belong to a guild, a bee, or something like that. Shoot them this video, because I really am trying to clear this stuff out, and they're really priced to move. If you've bought a yard of fabric lately, you know the price is there. So I'm pricing there to move. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. Gina and Sarah, I will be in touch with you. I know we're going to meet up later. And yes, for you, Miss Wiki, and we'll be in touch with you too. Yay, yay, yay. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I will see you next week. Bye. Oh, I didn't finish. I had an end broadcast.